So basically, I feel like when I first started my business, I remember being super scared and freaked out to talk to people that I didn't know. Like I met a girl one time at Walmart and I got her phone number, but that was just once. And I started watching people build massive virtual global businesses and was honestly just super inspired. And I have been listening to a lot of calls and a lot of trainings. And I was thinking about it. We're on the VP call right now. I honestly feel like I'm in a place in my business right now where I'm literally not afraid. And I can honestly say I've never felt like that. I've never felt like that before in Arbonne, and I feel so empowered right now. And I've been getting so many amazing messages, even when they're no. So I'm excited to share this with you guys, and I hope that it inspires you, because I used to have the mindset of, I've already went through my list. Who do I talk to next? I never think that anymore. I've never thought I'm out of people. So every day I wake up so excited to go meet someone else. And it doesn't matter if I have my hair and makeup done and I'm going to the grocery store, or if I haven't even left my living room and I've got 3 kids with 103 fever. I know that I'm going to meet new people that day. So let's talk about virtual cold market. And don't know what this is doing. Let me move this out of the way. So I put together kind of like a little algorithm type thing, but I led with the right side compliments, because I always say there's a time and a place. Like there's a time and a place where you can absolutely just right out of the gate lead with Arbonne, talk about Arbonne, and it just feels natural. But then there's also a time and a place, and I think a lot of times too it goes with your comfort level even. There we go. It goes with your comfort level on, do you lead with a compliment, or how do you turn a compliment into Arbonne? Like, what does that look like? And I'll never forget Terry Fisher's training at the very first district manager retreat that I went to at the home office in Irvine. And she literally was doing this training and talking about complimenting a girl at Macy's on her awesome shoes and how she was going to get her phone number. And my mind was just blown, right? But honestly, you guys, it's no different from the things that we've always been taught. It's just virtually. So over here, I just put an example. And this girl is actually getting ready to join my business. Our initial conversation was me reaching out to her. I found her profile. This is my rhythm. I find someone's profile. I like 3 to 4 of their photos. I comment on one photo. Why do I do that? Because when they check their Instagram, it's like Whitney Haynes, Whitney Haynes, Whitney Haynes, Whitney Haynes. And they're immediately like, who's this girl? So they click on me and hopefully they'll follow me back. So I like 3 to 4 of their photos. I comment on one and then I send them a private message. And so my private message in this particular situation was a compliment. Girl, you're so beautiful. I love your profile. Why did I do that? I did this in this particular situation because there was nothing in her bio section about who she was, where she worked, what she was doing, or what she was about. Her profile was honestly just a bunch of really gorgeous selfies. And I thought she was beautiful. So I wanted to talk to her about Arbonne. So she responded, thank you. You have a lovely profile as well. I said, oh, thanks, girl. Where are you from? She said, I live in South Florida, but I'm from Haiti. What about you? Guys, this opened up the conversation right out of the gate for me to share about Arbonne. I had no idea she was from Haiti. So my response after that, which you guys can't see here, it's cut off. I said, oh my goodness, I love Haiti. The company that I work for had actually built a village in Haiti. And so I elaborated on that a little bit. And I ended with a question. So I always end my message with a question. And just because she lives in South Florida, but she's from Haiti, I just ask her if she travels a lot. I thought maybe she travels back and forth, from home. I don't know. So the conversation went on, and you guys are going to see that in the next slide and how I turned that into Arbonne. But the point of this slide is that I led with a compliment, and then there are times where I lead with Arbonne up front. So the example on the left, this girl's in my business today. I reached out to her, completely cold market. We had no mutual contacts, no mutual friends. I liked 3 to 4 of her photos. I commented on one and I sent her a message and I said, love, love, love your page. I would love to show you how I replace my nursing income, working from Instagram and Facebook, even earning free vacations in a paid for white Mercedes-Benz. It's completely changed my life, and from the looks of your profile, it could change yours too. And then I noted, it looks like we live close to each other. So I think that the biggest thing here, and I actually heard on the MVP Millennial panel, some of the millennials national vice presidents were saying that they properly introduced themselves. And guys, I have messages where I've had to go back and say, you know what, I feel like I should formally introduce myself. My name is Whitney Haynes. I'm a regional vice president with Arbonne. So there's definitely a time and a place where you should introduce yourself. And the message that I gave on Saturday, same exact message I'm going to give here, is be proud of who you are wherever you're at. So if you are just, if you're brand new and you're a consultant, you say, hi, my name's Whitney Haynes. I'm an independent consultant with Arbonne International, and I am going to be earning my free white Mercedes this year, where the average income is $5,000 to $15,000 a month. I teach and train people how to get healthy, and I look for quality people to invest in that want to go out and change the world. I would love to share a quick little video with you. Like, would you watch it if I sent it to you? So it doesn't matter what your title is. And I just like spun that off of my tongue, pretending like I'm an independent consultant. It doesn't really matter what your title is. And one of the things that I heard EMVP Peyton Schneibner say was, the Arbonne story is enough. You guys stop hiding tucking your tail between your legs and pretending like you have to be a regional vice president with a white Mercedes to go prospect someone online. Like, be proud of who you are, be proud of who Arbonne is, and start, you have to lead with vision, you guys. You have to lead with where you're going, and people are going to want to join your team. And you also have to know that you're worthy of being joined. Okay. So it doesn't matter how you start. You can turn it into Arbonne in your cold market, and just treat your cold market like they're your warm market. Love on them, like their photos, get to know them, ask them questions. You still have to identify the why and the need, why they need Arbonne. So the next slide was how I was showing everyone how I made the connection about Arbonne. And so this is going back to the girl that I led with the compliment, because that's what everyone wants to know. They're like, but if I lead with the compliment, how do I turn it into Arbonne? Guys, my third message turned it into Arbonne, because she said she lives in South Florida, but she's from Haiti. So that's how I brought Arbonne up. And then she asked me if I traveled a lot. And I said, I do actually. I travel a lot for business. And so I said, I'm going to Vegas in May, and I'm going to Oklahoma in July. I'm going to Punta Cana in October, because I'm declaring it, right? If you registered for the AIT trip, you're going to Punta Cana in October. And she responded back to me that she would love to go to Punta Cana. That sounds really nice. Bam, it's my open window to be like, but you can, right? Because every single one of us on this call would absolutely turn to the person right to us or left to us and say, yes, you can. You can be in Punta Cana with me. And so I told her that. I'm like, you can absolutely be in Punta Cana. My company actually allows you to earn the trip for free. And I said, can I send you a quick little video? And she said, okay, sure. Is that your only job? And I said, it is. I'll send you a video of me talking about how my life was before Arbonne versus now. And I immediately sent her the link. You guys, we've definitely been taught and trained to always ask, like, if I send you a video, would you watch it? I typically do that on a daily basis. I use the verbiage, if I would you. But there's also times and places where I just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to send you this video. Check it out. And that's okay. You just have to have that intuition within inside of you. And if you don't feel like you have enough to distinguish what your next step should be, that's why you have an upline that has more experience than you, and you just send a screenshot and say, my heart's telling me I need to send her a video, but how do I word that? And your upline will absolutely 100% help guide you in the right direction. So I made the connection about Arbonne. And like I said, this girl's going to be in my business literally within a few days. She just got back from vacation. So the next thing that I talked about on Saturday, you guys, is a tracker. I don't know why this thing keeps going all over the place. Okay, whatever. That's not where I want it. Can you guys see this thing moving around? Okay, it is what it is. So we've all heard before, what you track grows. And I was actually inspired by Cassidy Goulardi when her and I were talking one day. In case you guys haven't noticed, Cassidy has been signing up a lot of business partners. And I was like, girl, you are rocking and rolling. Like, what's up? And she's like, I'm just so type A. Like, I have to have everything organized. And my sponsor, Kim Ford, will tell you that I am not organized. And you probably can't. If you are type A, my desk would completely freak you out right now. But I do have a really crazy life, and I do have 4 kids. And what I realized is that I was tossing a ton of seeds. You guys, I was like, I mean, if you need to know how to toss seeds, I can tell you how to toss seeds. I was tossing seeds all day, every day. But what I found was when I went back and created my own tracker on my computer was I was typically just tossing a seed once or twice. And there were a lot of people that I would toss seeds to and honestly completely forgot about them. Really, I had to go back through my messages, and I started this like maybe the 4th or 5th of January, and I had to go back through and look at how many people I had already talked to in January and kind of backtrack. And guys, I don't even want to think about how many people that I've lost in the process of not tracking just the ask. And I have, Carlita's tracker printed off right here, and I have every intention to fill this up. But you guys, working my business mostly from social media today, there's way more than 5 or 10 ask in a day. There's way more than that. And so I had to have this so that I could see and I could look at what I had said to each person and the direction that that was going in. So I've had a lot of people ask me for this tracker. You guys, the tracker starts blank. There's no names over here. And all it says is the 1st through the 15th reach out. And I'm still adding reach outs past number 15. You have to fill this stuff in. But I basically just filled in what I said. Like some people, I led with the detox because they had responded to one of my Instagram stories. Some people were complete strangers, so I led with a compliment. Some people, I went straight to, if I send you a video, would you check it out? And so that was in my column for my first reach out. And I highlighted some of these things in yellow here because that was an indicator to me that I gained yards with that person. So maybe I got their cell phone number. Maybe I sent them a video and they said they were interested and we set up a time to chat tomorrow. Maybe they started asking me questions about the business. Whatever made me think like, ooh, they're like, now I've got them. Like now I have them wanting more information. I need to make sure that I follow up ASAP. Then I would just turn the little cell yellow. And also I will elaborate right here too. Like the gal whose name is in blue, royal blue, I needed to turn her name blue so that I could remember that she told me like, yeah, I'm signing up for sure. She was like, I'm doing this for sure, but hasn't done it yet. So it's also just when I first glance at this tracker, I can be like, oh, okay, yeah, she's supposed to be signing up. Let me just pull out my cell phone, text her, check in on her, see how she's doing. The gal that I turned red, you guys, this is really funny. So I'm still engaging in her post. I'm liking her photos. I'm watching her stories. I think she's darling. I think she will absolutely be an Arbonne one day. But I reached out to her. I complimented her. We were having amazing conversation. I felt like this girl is awesome. Like she is totally going to rock Arbonne. And so you just have to know this. I said, oh my gosh, you're so sweet. You remind me of someone who's super successful in Arbonne. If I sent you a video, would you watch it? You guys are never going to believe what she said. She said, yeah, actually, I have some really good friends that do Arbonne. And I'm like, oh, you do? Who are they? Like, maybe I know them. And she said, oh, do you know Cecilia Stoll? And I'm like, yes, I know Cecilia Stoll. So guys, she's on my tracker, but I did turn her red, and I do this to people that have other people in their life that do Arbonne. So it would be no different if I prospected someone that says, yeah, Terry Fisher is my best friend, or yeah, Kim Ford's my best friend. Like I'm going to turn them red, and I'm going to know I'm not going to actively prospect them because they have been prospected by someone else. And if they decided to do Arbonne, I would refer them back because that's our culture. However, I am going to continue to like and comment and engage. And trust me, guys, those people I just named off are not going anywhere. But like, let's say, someone said, oh yeah, my cousin sells Arbonne. Well, you don't know if that cousin is going to sell Arbonne. You don't know if that cousin is a lifer or not. What if the cousin quits and 2 years from now, Molly Ann decides that she wants to join Arbonne with me because she's been watching my journey? So I'm leaving those people on my tracker so I can continue to engage in their life. However, just because I liked someone's photos or reacted to their story, it doesn't mean that I did my follow-up for the day. Like my follow-up for the day is an actual physical ask or conversation. So I'm going to go to the next slide if I can maneuver stuff around again. Here we go. And then just a fun tip that I was sharing with everyone is how you can send messages pretty quickly to people who have viewed your stories. So guys, there's a lot of stuff floating around like right now about, we're hearing people that are saying, yeah, like I talk to hundreds of people a day. And initially my response was like, how is that even physically possible? In fact, I didn't think it was possible until I had a gal on my team teach me that you could do this. So I apologize for my cough. You guys, there's trainings and videos about how to post to your Instagram story. If this is completely all new to you, you need to start there. But one of the things that I do is I always have something Arbonne related in my story. And so when you have something Arbonne related in your story, you can pull up your story and you can see all the people that viewed your story, and then you can just send messages from there. So if someone viewed your 30 Days to Healthy Living story, you can send all the people who viewed your story a quick message that's just like, hey girl, you should do this with me. It's just a little nudge. Now, disclaimer here, if you have been an Arbonne for any period of time, or you know that you have a lot of people that are in Arbonne that follow you or that you are following, you need to take extra time to click on their profile and make sure that they are not a, regional vice president, national vice president in Arbonne. You guys, that looks really bad. You need to know your audience and you need to know who you're talking to. But if you have a new consultant, sign up today. And maybe they don't follow or have anyone from Arbonne following them. Guys, this is a really amazing way to get people into activity right out of the gate. They can post something about the 30 Days to Healthy Living. I had a gal the other day that decided, she was ready to go district, literally within the last 48 hours of the month. And she posted to her Instagram story. She doesn't have an Arbonne following. Her following are, college friends, family, things like that. And 450 messages she sent out to people who viewed her story that said, you should do this with me. It's awesome. You're going to feel amazing. 450 messages in like an hour and a half. My mind was blown. I'm like, how is that even possible? Now, guys, I couldn't do that because, like I said, most of my followers are Arbonne. But this is something that we can teach people when they first sign up and start their business. They have a lot of people looking at what they're doing in their life. Or maybe that's even you. Maybe you just signed up yesterday. Hi, welcome. Make sure that you use that story feature because it's literally right at your fingertips and you have a lot of people that you can toss seeds to and plant seeds to. There's one more thing that I want to show you guys. If I can get this pulled up here. Yeah. And I did not show this on Saturday. This is actually a girl that's in my business right now. And I just kind of wanted to show you, because people are always asking me, what does it look like to follow up? And so these pictures of me right here are videos. And I want to encourage you guys to do this, because if you read this message, when I first reached out to my sweet friend Stacy, who's going to be a district manager this month, when I first reached out to her, she said, you know what, I'm a little skeptical about these things, but I'm always open to listening. And so I immediately picked up my phone and I recorded myself right then and there talking to her, directly to her, saying her name. I said, hey there, girl. Hey, Stacy. It's me, Whitney. I just wanted to send you a message. I totally know what you mean. I was a little skeptical at first too, but once I learned that it was truly only $79 for me to sign up and get started and I had nothing else to lose and everything to gain, I was all in. Then I sent her another video. And I said, you know what? Arbonne is a 39-year-old company, health and wellness company. So you guys get the gist. Don't be afraid to show your face. People are always talking about, does social media take the belly to belly out of it, or does it make it less personable? No, not at all. You guys, she saw me. She got a first-hand glimpse at who I was and what I was about. She got to hear my voice and she got to see my heart. I was talking to another girl the other day. Guys, I had half my hair curled, the other half not, half my makeup on, the other half not. And she said, oh, is this a scam? I immediately picked up my phone and I sent her a video. And I said, girl, this is not a scam. Let me tell you right now, this is 100% legit. And you can absolutely change your life in this business. So I want you guys to just be really brave. And like I said at the beginning of this call, I literally am in a place right now where I have no fear. And I honestly feel like I'm not fearful because I have nothing to lose, you guys. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And you have this amazing world-changing opportunity sitting in your hands. And all you have to do is go out and share it with other people. Right? All you have to do is make that connection for others. So just prospect on purpose. prospect with your heart, and absolutely 100% always lead with the business. And then I wanted to show you guys one more tip. You can see right here, it says you sent Whitney Haynes' story highlight. So if you guys have been on my Instagram page, or if you have been on any other, Arbonne person's Instagram, you may see highlights, and maybe there's a highlight about the biz, and it has all of these business things in there. And it's basically like a mini Discover Arbonne. It talks about the compensation plan and the Mercedes and how much money you can make. So I said in my video, I said, you know what? I'm going to send you one of my highlights that gives some more information about the business. And so I sent her my highlight, and she basically watched a mini Discover Arbonne with a few clicks of her finger. You can do the same thing with the 30-day. If you're talking to someone and they're not interested in the business, but they're like, what's that 30-day thing that you've been posting about? Or if you reach out based off your story and you say, you should do this with me, I feel amazing. And they're like, well, give me some more information. You can send your highlight. So those are just some fun social media tips. And then the last thing that I'm going to end with, you guys, is 80% of sales and signing people up in this business, especially from your cold market, typically takes place and occurs between the 5th and the 12th reach out. And I get, and I completely understand that a lot of people think like, oh gosh, I don't want to be pushy. There's no way I would ever reach out between 5 and 12 times. But guys, honestly, there are people today that I just prospected that I picked up my phone and I sent a video to, because maybe the first message I sent, I was changing a diaper or doing this or doing that, or I didn't look presentable. And today I sent them a video on the 5th and 6th reach out, and they responded. So yes, people respond to you between the 5th and the 12th reach out. Yes, they purchase products between the 5th and the 12th reach out. Yes, they sign up to do your business between the 5th and the 12th reach out, but you have to be bold enough to do it. And I honestly believe, you guys, that the only difference between what I'm doing right now and how it was when Carlita Nelson first signed up and started her business was that Martha McIntyre didn't have a log on her cell phone every time she asked Carlita to take a look at the business. Every time I ask Susie Q to take a look at the business, it pops open how many messages that I've sent her. And I want to ask you guys to just let it go and not care. It doesn't matter how many messages you've sent, how many times they've seen it, how many times they read it, how many times they haven't responded, because you never know when the timing is going to be right for them. And so think about it, you guys. We've all heard Carlita do a Discover Arbonne over and over and over and over again. And she said, people would ask me to join the business, and I thought I was too good. People don't really make money at things like that. Martha kept asking her and kept asking her. You guys, Beth went back and asked her for 3 years. Martha prospected Carlita for 3 years. And for 3 years, Carlita said, no, not for me. No, not for me. And then finally, Martha said, you know what? I bought you and Philip a car presentation ticket. You're coming with me. And this is the last time that I'll ask you. And Carlita said, you know what? If you will stop asking me, I will come. And so guys, I thought about that and I thought, yes, if I get someone that responds to me in a cold market or a warm market or whatever, I just feel like they would be good at this business. And they say, if you will stop asking me, I will watch your video. I am going to take their pity 100%, and I'm going to send them a video, and I'm going to prospect them because I know that they were placed on my heart for a reason. Guys, don't give up. You're giving up too easy, and you're saying, I ran out of people. I don't know anybody. Nobody wants to do this with me. Guys, just because someone says a no, it's not a no forever. We've all heard this before. It's just a not right now. It doesn't mean that you're supposed to stop offering this business opportunity. So use a tracker. What you track grows. 80% of sales happen between the 5th and the 12th reach out. And I hope that these tools and trainings will help you grow your business, because I know that it has radically changed mine, and it's done a complete